With Apple officially announcing the iPhone 14 and 14 Pro Max at their exclusive Far Out event today, does that mean Apple stock is a buy? In this video, we're going to go over some Apple stock fundamentals and some Apple stock technical analysis. That way you can make an informed decision on whether or not Apple stock is good to buy right now. So Apple has officially announced the new iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Pro Max in the first big display redesign since the iPhone X, which came out in 2017. Both handsets have a new pill-shaped cutout that replaces the notch. It can adjust dynamically. Both devices also have a faster A16 Bionic chip and an always-on display. Apple CEO Tim Cook calls the iPhone 4 Pro and Pro Max the most innovative Pro lineup yet. The iPhone 14 Pro will start at $999 and the iPhone 14 Pro Max starts at $1,099. Both will be available for pre-order on September 9th and available in stores on September 16th. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited for the new iPhone 14 and whether or not you're going to be upgraded. As for me, I just bought an iPhone 13 and I thought this event was kind of lackluster. iPhone seems to just be doing the same thing over and over again every single year. And although people love it, I do think somebody somewhere is in a garage or basement building the next best thing that is going to absolutely crush Apple. But I digress. So let's break into the Apple fundamental analysis. If you're new to this channel, you know that I don't like going through a company's financial reports and doing all that boring stuff. So what I base my fundamentals off of is an intrinsic value. An intrinsic value is a fundamental objective value that is based on the company's financials, such as revenue, net income, cash, and debt. The market price of a stock will tell you what buyers and sellers are willing to pay right now, whereas the intrinsic value shows you the stock's value based on the analysis of its actual financial performance. The discrepancy between the stock market price and the estimated intrinsic value gives you great information to base an investment decision off of. If a stock is trading way below its intrinsic value, then you know it might be a good time to buy. If it's trading above its intrinsic value like Tesla, then it's probably not a good stock to buy fundamentally. The base case forecast for Apple's intrinsic value currently stands at $128.64, the worst case standing at $103.94, and the best case standing at $189.94. That gives the base case an overvaluation of 18% and the best case an undervaluation of 18%. Apple had a great day today and is currently trading at $155.96. So based off the best case intrinsic value, you have about $30 of undervaluation there. Now, what are the Wall Street price targets for Apple stock? Wall Street currently has an average forecast of $187.69. That's 20% upside compared to its lowest forecast of $137.36, which is a 12% downside. If we look at the highest forecast from Wall Street professional analysts, they have Apple stock rising by 2023 to $231. That is a 50% upside in Apple stock. Apple is currently sitting at a profitability score of 82 out of 100. To get the profitability score, we take the information about a company's profitability, such as its margins, capital efficiency, free cash flow, and more, and consolidate it into one single number, the profitability score. The higher the profitability score, the more profitable the company is. Apple currently has a solvency score of 68 out of 100. To get the solvency score of a company, you take all the information about a company's solvency, such as how easily a company can pay interest on outstanding debt, how much cash it has, the amount of debt it has, and more. The higher a company's solvency score out of 100, the more solvent the company is. Next up is Apple insider trading. During the last 3 months, Apple insiders have not bought any shares, but they've sold $21 million worth of shares. The last transaction was made on August 17, 2022 by Luca Maestri, who sold $16.9 million worth of Apple shares. So now that we've gone over some fundamentals on Apple stock, let's go into the technical analysis of Apple. That way we can have a better edge in deciding whether or not we'd like to invest in Apple. Currently looking at Apple on the daily chart, we noticed that Apple had a very strong day today, which was due to the event. It almost put in a bullish engulfing. Now, looking at Apple on a long-term time frame, we are currently in a micro downtrend, but in a long-term consolidation. As you can see, Apple has support around the $130 mark and some resistance around the $180 mark. Now, if we look at Apple from a market standpoint, it pretty much led this last bull rally. And at the high was only $4 or $5 off of breaking out into all-time highs. If we look at a lot of the other technology stocks, most of them are down over 70% year to date, which from a technical standpoint puts Apple in a great position for an investment. During a bear market, people are looking for safe havens, and Apple has always been that safe haven. What I'd like to see from a technical standpoint is Apple to bounce off of this topside support right here. But looking at Apple on the daily right now, it looks like Apple has already put in a tweezer bottom, and a tweezer bottom is a very bullish candlestick chart setup. It's basically a double bottom that reacts at the same price point. And looking at Apple on the daily chart right now, it looks like it's already done that. So looking at Apple from a technical standpoint, I do think Apple is a good buy right now, whether it's for a long-term position or for a swing trade. Again, this is not financial advice, but if I were to hop into Apple right now, my stop loss would be somewhere under here, or depending on position size, would be somewhere under this top side support. Guys, write down in the comments below whether or not you're going to be buying Apple, whether or not you're a long-term holder of the stock, or whether or not you are going to upgrade to the iPhone 14 at the end of this month when it comes out. As for me, I will not be upgrading to the Apple iPhone 14. I just bought the 13, and I don't see the reasons for me to spend another $1,000 for an upgraded phone and a little bit different of an interface. I hope you guys found value in this video. If it's your first time on the channel, smash that subscribe button, turn the bell notification on that so you can stay tuned when I post future videos, and hit the like button or consider sharing it on your social media so other people can get this wisdom. I will see you on the next one.